Rise and shine and don't give God glory, glory. Rise and shine. There isn't a God above us, so there isn't anything to sing too proud or praise, I guess. What does that mean? How did we get here? Don't have any idea. Anyways, the converted man here. Happy Easter! Jesus is dead. The end. Thanks for watching, everybody. No? All right. So, Easter service for atheists. That's what this is, I guess. We used to dye eggs back in the day, and had this cups, and you'd have the little metal thing, and you'd put them in, and you'd soak them, and they'd have this certain smell, and good times. And we'd go and, we'd go to church, and there'd be Easter service. I don't really remember the service. I remember the egg hunt that we had. That was really fun. We had this creek made out of rocks. It's like all these little different smooth rocks that look like a creek, but it's not, because it's not water. But and this like garden area in front of the church that we had the Easter egg hunt, and it was just really cool. Find the eggs. I think they were plastic eggs. Some, and they'd have little things inside, or sometimes I guess they were real eggs. I don't really recall 100%, but I remember that more than anything else. But I do remember the sermon, or at least part of the sermon, for the day leading up to Easter, when the sermon was about Jesus' death. And I remember that because the way the pastor did it was very epic. I can't remember all the words verbatim or anything like that. So I'll tell a story that's kind of like what he might have said, as best as I can, to try to capture that imagery for you. And you're going to have to pretend that you're a young kid, about 10, 11 or something like that, and you're sitting in the pew, these wooden pews, and there's a whole bunch of other people there, and you're dressed up, and you're listening intently to this sermon. And it was usually done at night. The pastor would read, we'd sing, read, sing, they do, song, stand and sing, sit and sing, stand and pray, sit and pray, that whole thing. Why? I don't know. It's what we do in church. And then the pastor would, read from the Bible, and then he'd do his sermon. And so he would read about Jesus dying on the cross, slowly, painfully, stabbed in the side, mocked, give him some vinegar to drink here. And then the part that I remember, the lights were dimmed until just the candles remained. Those were blown out. The only light was from the altar. And he said, and then they put Jesus' body inside the tomb. They rolled the boulder. And then the lights went completely out. Boom! He'd slam close this big Bible and throw it onto the ground and make a big, huge boom noise. Scared me. Every time he did it. Now, he switched from a Bible to a different big book at some point, because somebody didn't like that he hurt the Bible by throwing it on the ground. But I remember that vividly because it was so bleeping scary. This God that you worship has been killed, and now he's fucking dead. And we're sealing him in. And you feel like you're being sealed in because the lights are all off, and then you hear this boom, this final boom. Whew, what a way to do Good Friday. They call it Good Friday. It's good that he's dead. Yay! Well, at the time, they weren't happy about it. And so you're not supposed to be happy that he dies, even though that's like the whole thing. And then you just didn't do anything until Easter. And then you come to Easter, everything's bright and vibrant. Jesus is alive! Yay! Woohoo! But there was no boom. There was no sound effect. It was just like, yeah, he's alive. Woo! Yay! And then he says some stuff, and he hangs out a while, and then he buggers off back into heaven again. You didn't stay around that long, Jesus. Like, hi, everybody, I'm not dead. How's it going? I gotta go. Wait, you just got here. Come on, stay a while. Come on. No. He buggers off real fast after coming back from the dead. So I as a Christian, didn't bother me. Didn't question it for a moment. I was like, yeah, that's what happens. Because you don't really talk about after he comes back from the dead. You're just like, yay, he's alive. Woo, yeah, woo, yay, I get to hunt eggs. Yeah, what does eggs have to... I don't know. Oh, yeah, I do remember this. Oh, I was so brilliant as a kid. I was so amazingly smart. Because the plastic eggs, right? And we would open them once we got them all. And I opened it, and this one was empty. And I said, oh, sorry, we'll give you something. I'm like, no. Look, it's like the tomb. It's empty. Yay! And I'm like all super like, yeah, look, it's like the tomb. It's empty. Isn't that cool? I thought it was cool. And then I told the pastor, like, look, it's like the tomb. It's empty. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's very good. Yes. I'm like, yay! I'm so smart. So I'm okay. It's empty. We're happy that it's empty because he's not there. He's alive. And at the time, it made perfect sense. Made perfect sense to me growing up that you had this God that died, got sealed in the tomb, was there for a while, and then he came back to life. Sure, why not? He's God. He can do anything. So, what's the death about? Oh, we've been told that story many times. He died because you sinned. I did? What did I do? Well, you've lied. I didn't know that was a sin. Yeah, lying is a sin. Oh, okay. What else is a sin? Well, you haven't obeyed your parents. That's a sin. Oh, well, I didn't know that was a sin either. Sometimes you don't come to church on Sunday. That's a sin. Oh, okay. You might have taken God's name in vain. That's a sin. If you ever look at girls and think about them in a lustful way, that's sin. But I was 10, so that didn't apply to me yet. When I was, 13, absolutely that would have applied. But at any rate, and on up until today, I still, woo! Anyways, girls, women, I want to look at them. They're cute and pretty and beautiful. And I just start drooling. What? Girl, don't know how to get, I don't, my brain kind of turns off, blood goes somewhere else. I don't know, you know, and I just go, you're a pretty girl. How do I date you of? And, you know, anyways. So it made sense. Yeah, you've sinned. You've done something bad. And if you directly didn't do something bad, well, don't worry, because Adam and Eve, that you don't know them, but they made all of humanity. They did something bad, and that's on you now, because that's just how that works. They screwed up. Yeah, future skeptic me. I have a question. Oh yeah, what's up? Okay, why didn't God just send Jesus immediately for Adam and Eve then? You already had Cain kill Abel, so why not just send Jesus immediately and be like, oh yeah, kill me? And Cain would be like, okay. Because obviously it didn't take much to anger Cain. And then Cain kills Jesus. Jesus is dead for a while, comes back to life. He's like, hey, I'm alive. And Adam and Eve are like, so what? Yeah, well, you're God. That's whatever, it doesn't surprise us. And he's like, oh, do you believe it? Yeah, of course we believe it. We saw you die and we saw that you're alive. Okay, then there's no more sin now. Bye. Bye. Where you go? I'm going back into heaven. Why? You were here in the garden walking around until you kicked us out. Yeah, now you can go back in the garden. Everything's forgiven now. Okay. And then go back in the garden. Everything's fine again. Why couldn't he do that? Well, because I don't know. So here's what I think really happened. Jesus, maybe he existed. I'm on the fringe. I know. A lot of people, no, Jesus absolutely existed. Did he? Because how would you identify a real Jesus from a completely made up mythical Jesus? Like, well, there had to have been somebody called Jesus. Well, yeah, that name has been used, but like, how do we, like, when historians, and I've been told this many, historians all agree that Jesus existed. Do they? Do we have a list of them? I would like to know. As if agreement makes it true, but so what? Even if it was true, I don't think it is true. What are they basing it on? What information do we have about Jesus? All in the Bible. Everything. Four different gospels. That's it. And everything that came later was talking about the stuff that had already been around. Nobody at the time when Jesus was alive bothered to write down things, or if they did, that's lost to history. We don't have those writings. The earliest writings appear later in the timeline of events, after he's dead and gone, or, well, buggered back off to heaven. So that's a problem, because we don't even know that the guy was really there. And when you make somebody into such a big myth, I'm going to start to doubt that guy existed. And people go, oh, well, we don't have anything that confirms that Plato existed either, except for Aristotle, that, blah, 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 blah. Like, but Plato didn't fucking come back from the dead. So I can believe he existed, but I don't know. Maybe he didn't. What do I care? So what? Now I have to be skeptical of Plato too? Okay, I guess I'll be skeptical of him too. Oh, you have to be skeptical of this and this. Fine. That doesn't negate that I am definitely skeptical about this guy, because he did crazy stuff. Stuff that once made sense to me that doesn't make sense to me now. Because I used to believe, and now I don't believe. So what really happened? I don't know. But again, here's one idea. There's a Jesus guy. We'll just say that. because whatever. It's just easier. And he's telling people, hey, the end of the world is coming. And if you follow me, it'll be awesome. Here's what you do. Give away all your stuff. Sell it. Give it to the poor. Give it to the needy. Yeah, cool. I don't know if they did that or not, but okay, whatever. Follow me. Yeah. And then he went to a temple, and he's like, I can't believe you're selling shit here. And he he Karened out, or Kevined out. He smashed the tables. Hulk smash. And they're like, we don't like this at all. So like, hey, Rome guards, this guy, he fucked up our temple. Could you do something about that? They're like, we'll keep an eye on him. If he does anything else stupid, we'll take care of it. So he's like, hey, the end of the world, the end of the world, the end of the world. And this one guy's like, it's getting annoying. And the Roman guards are like, yeah, this guy's, what's he done though? Oh. What do you mean, what has he done? Well, I mean, we have to find some reason to kill him if we're going to kill him. What if he claimed to be king? Would that do it? Oh, absolutely. We'll kill him for that. How much would it? How much money or gold do you have? It's here's some gold. Oh yeah, Jesus. I know where he lives. Yeah, I'm gonna rat him out because he paid me. And yeah, he totally claimed to be king. Why not? So then the Roman guards, now they know where he is because he was hiding, And they come, they're like, we're here for Jesus. And they're like, here he is. Who betrayed me? This dude, for money. How dare you? We hate you. You suck. We're going to kill you if we find you. That's okay. I'm going to run away. I'm going to go buy a farm. Anyway, so he goes and buys a farm. And maybe he feels guilty and kills himself. I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe they kill him. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Who cares about that guy? Anyway, so they kill Jesus. And you, let's pretend you were one of his followers. You were like, the world was going to end. Now, what do we do now? Our leader is gone. He's dead. Shit. We're fucked. The world isn't over. Either he was wrong and we sold everything that we have. We don't have anything now. He's not dead. No. No. Didn't. No. No. Not dead. He's not dead. He can't be dead. Dude, he's dead. He's not dead. And you start stabbing yourself in the wrist. He's not dead. Hey. Don't die just because he's dead. I fucked myself up real bad. Wait a minute. I kind of look like Jesus now. I am Jesus. And I'm back from the fucking dead. What? You don't look like... Shut up. Knock. Yeah, what's going on? Do we know you? Yeah, of course you know me. See? I don't know about this guy. Hey, Thomas. You know who I am. Look. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, those are real holes. Yeah, this guy's Jesus. I'm Jesus, back from the dead, everyone. Yay! He's back. Yay! He's back. All right, guys. Well, it's been great hanging out with you. I'll do another sermon and talk about some stuff, Everything great, and all sins are forgiven now. And, look at the time. I gotta go. I'm going to go hang out with some other people and tell them good stuff. Okay, that makes sense. Bye. Have a nice day. Okay, see you later. All right. And then I fall off a cliff. Nobody saw that part, though. They just saw him walk off into the distance And, he's like, whee, and they're like, wow, there he goes. They didn't see him fall off the cliff, though. But he did. He fell off the cliff. He's dead. That guy wasn't Jesus, though. He just said he was Jesus. He dead, too, now. But they don't care. They don't know about that. They just go, well, he went back to heaven, I guess. Cool. Let's tell everybody. And they tell everybody, look, we had this guy. We thought he was dead. He came back. And they're like, yeah, well, where was he? Because you wouldn't have been able to find him. He would be like all those bodies. Oh, no. There was that guy, that rich dude. Didn't he give us like a tomb to use? Yeah. Oh, yeah. He gave us a tomb to use. Yeah, sure. That makes the story. Yeah, that's what happened. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So then the women came out to treat his wounds. Yeah, that's right. They did. And he wasn't there. So, yeah, that was really weird. And turned out he was alive. Oh, that's a great story. Cool. Yeah. All right. And then the story just kind of evolves and changes over time as different people tell it. Who was there? Well, his mom, his girlfriend, and I don't know, some other women, whatever. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. All right, cool. And, that's it. They just saw the empty tomb and told everybody. Yeah, they saw the empty tomb and they said, hey, they stole the body. They're really upset. And then Jesus showed up. He's like, no, I'm here. I'm not dead. And that was really cool. We all were really happy. And then he said some more words. He sounded a little bit different this time, but, and then he buggered off back to heaven. But he left us with the Holy Spirit that we can feel. Oh, that sounds cool. Holy Ghost. Yes. All right, sure. Checks out. Yeah. Yeah, that story's kind of boring. Why don't we add, I don't know, an angel? Yeah. Inside the tomb. Chilling out. Waiting there. Hey, guys. How's it going? Who are you? I'm an angel. Oh, okay. You're not one of those weird looking ones with all the eyeballs, though. No, I look like a human. All right, cool. So Jesus isn't here. He's alive, and go tell people. Okay. What if he told them not to tell people? No, yeah, he does that. The angel's outside of the tomb, and he tells the women not to tell anybody. How'd they find out later? Because they I don't know. They did. Doesn't matter. Well, one angel? That's boring. One angel outside that tells them not to tell anybody? Let's have a lot of angels. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, that's a great story. You know what? Kind of boring. When Jesus comes back, that's all that happens. I know. A whole bunch of people come back from the dead. They rise out of their tombs. Yeah. They're walking around. Hey, everyone, you got a brain to eat. What? I mean, I'm not a zombie. All these people came back to life. Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh, okay. And by the way, Jesus was born from a virgin. Really? Mary was a virgin? That's slut? I don't think so. She's a virgin, and she was perfect. Oh, okay. What about Joseph? No, he never had sex with her again. But what about all his brothers? No. The brothers, like we're all brothers. Yes, we're all brothers of Christ. Yes. Of course, that makes sense. And then the story just keeps evolving. What happened to all his followers? It's a good question. I think they were all killed. Really? All of them? Well, one of them for sure. He was beheaded. They served his head on a platter to the person that wanted his head. Isn't that messed up? Yeah, that's pretty messed up, man. So he died for his beliefs? Yeah, sure, why not? We'll just say that he did. Nobody will check. Who else died for their beliefs? They all died for their beliefs. Sure, why not? What about the guy that killed himself? Well, he dead. So whatever. How did he die again? He bought this farm and then he hanged himself there. Yeah? When did he do that? Well, how did that happen? Actually, it happened in two different ways, depending on which version you read. He bought it for different amounts, too. But the important part is he died, I guess. Isn't he the hero, though? Why? He betrayed Jesus. Yeah, but, without that, Jesus can't die. So, he's the hero of the story. No, nobody likes him. In fact, we're going to call the thing that is a traitor We're going to call that being a Judas. Judas. Yeah, because that's his name, Judas. Really? Yeah. Who were the other guys? I don't know. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Sure, why not? Okay, cool. Fuck this. This is stupid. I hate this church. Who's this guy? New character. New challenger has arrived. This church sucks. Oh, they're letting women in here. I hate it. This is a long road. My brain. Shit. It's all real. I just saw Jesus. Oh, yeah. I gotta tell everyone. I saw Jesus. And I know how to really run the church in the right way. I'm gonna write a bunch of churches. I'm not insane. Alright. Are we gonna respond to him? Nah, let's just keep his letter around. It'll come in handy later. Why keep his letter? We can't read it. Nobody fucking can read these days. Oh, yeah, that's right. Everybody's illiterate pretty much. Yeah. We're going to keep his letter, though. Yeah, sure. Of course we are. We're going to keep the letter. Because they might need it later. We lost the letter. You did? Let's just make up another one. It's fine. Oh. Hey, how do we know that the guy that... Hey, we didn't lose the letter. Hey, we're the Church of Corinth. We got our letter right here. And we had the guy copy it really, really carefully. Did you check that he did that? No, we can't read. We don't know that he did. We're pretty sure that he did, though. Nobody's going to check. Hey, what about other stuff? We probably should get that other stuff written about his life and stuff, you know. It's only been 80 years. Whatever. That's good enough. Let's write down stuff. Yeah, sure. Don't forget to keep telling the story. Yep, I'm going to keep telling it. Me too. Hey, there's money to be made here. We're the Catholic Church, by the way. There's money to be made here. Let's make this a religion. We've got the book and we know how to read it. Nobody but us knows how to read it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to translate it so everybody can read it. We're going to kill you. I'm going to translate it so people can read it. You die. I'm going to translate it so people can read it. Kill that guy, then dig him up and burn his bones. He's super mega dead now. But it got translated. Fuck. Now we're not in charge as much anymore. But you can buy your salvation. That sucks. Screw that. Fuck you. Who are you? Here's this letter I'm nailing to your door. Don't worry about it. Fuck you. We're right. Okay. And now we're even more split. Then years go by. Hey, everyone, I found golden tablets. Oh, wait, I skipped ahead. Sorry. Hey, everyone, I heard about this thing, Christianity, and yeah, the real God talked to me. And by the way, we're actually the ones that were supposed to be really cool, not the Jewish people or the people that came after them. It's us, and I'm the last prophet ever. What's your name? Muhammad. You know, that happened too. Whatever. And then, I don't know, there's a blue building and aliens. No, it's a different religion. Never mind. Anyway, so yeah, that makes sense. Sure, that's how it happened. It's all made up. The whole story is made up. None of it really happened. Not a single thing that's written in the dang Bible happened, at least in the Gospels. None of that. None of those things happened. Not for real. It's all made up. It's constructed from something that was said by somebody at some point, and then somebody said this, and they got all these ideas, and they shoved them together, and they made a story out of it. That's what it is. But it's real. No, it's not. Jesus is dead. He's dead. The end. That's the story. And that's actually a sacrifice. If he died, then stay fucking dead. You can't call it a sacrifice if you're not sacrificing something. Then it gets worse. Because Jesus is also God, which means Jesus has existed forever. So that's like a minor inconvenience. It's not even that. It's like you're walking around your whole life, it's going great, and you turn. Let's say you're gonna live to 100, and you know that somehow. I don't know, whatever. But at age 50, you stubbed your toe. It's the only thing you've ever done that ever bothered you, and that's it. You don't even really remember, and you go about your life until you're 100. Great life, other than the stubbing the toe, which you barely remember now. That's basically what God did. And it's even less than that. It's not even stubbing the toe. It's just like, it's nothing. It's, and then you're done. Yeah. That's not even a sacrifice. But then it gets way, way worse than that, because they decided that Jesus was going to tell people, hey, if you don't believe, you're going to a really bad place. Basically. Really? Did he say that though? Kind of. Did he though? Did Jesus really say that? Well, he said that he's the only way to the Father. Yeah, but the Jewish people don't say that. Yeah, they were wrong. Oh, okay. That makes sense. We've had this religion for a long, long time, my friends. We humans have carried the Judeo-Christian religion for quite some time. It beat out a lot of other religions to stay with us, because other religions died out in favor of it. It beat them by force and conquer for the most part. Mexicans, their religions, gone, wiped out by the Catholics who took over in the name of God. The Native Americans that were here first, in the name of God, wiped out. Pretty much. Other religions in the world, if we could do it, we did it. Jewish people might have been the first, but they weren't the last to conquer in the name of God. Christians have been doing it since, but they stopped at some point. The Muslims, they kept going. They're still going. Not as fierce as they once were, but pretty darn strong. And they did stuff in the name of God. They did stuff to America. They did stuff to other people, killing lots and lots of people in the name of God. God is really, really hungry for blood. Human blood and money, of course. What if there isn't a God, though? Well, what's there to believe in? Each other. We don't need to celebrate some Jewish person that's also God, that lived a long time ago, died, came back for sins, because sins are also made up. How about we celebrate each other? How about we believe in each other? How about we raise each other up? How about we advance science so that science can bring us back from the dead, or keep us here longer and not dead, and in mental and physical well-being while we're at it? How about we work towards making the life that we're absolutely sure about as best as we can make it? How's that for an idea? Do we need to codify that into religion? I don't know. But if we have to, fine. Let's do that. If that's what's going to get people to do it, then let's do that. Whatever it takes. But we're not going to lie. We're going to be done with that. Let's be done with that. Let's all agree that we're going to take this concept that we humans have clearly invented and treat it as a concept and not a thing that's real. It's a very useful idea. God, it's a useful idea, sure. But it can be abused so easily. But only because people treat it like it's real. If we just treated it like an abstract idea, and we said it's not real, but it's useful, maybe we could make it something else. I don't know, worth a try. Because some people need that. Not everybody, because there's atheists. Although there are atheist churches, I don't know what goes on there. What are they singing about? Science? I don't know. But I don't need to worship, but some people have that need. Some people want to gather together and sing and dance and whatever the belief. Hey, we can do that. We don't, but maybe we need a more organized thing. And so there will be some atheists and skeptics that will need to create that. If you build it, they will come. I think if I built one here, I'd probably get protested, but it might be fun. I'd love to open up an atheist shop, an atheist family store, just for the press that I'd get for it. I'd get free press for a while, and then it would probably go out of business because, most businesses do. But there's ways for us to interact, and we do that. We do that online, but we can do it in real life that's out there, And we need to. We have to spread this. Spread what? Truth. What's truth? Well, I can't always tell you what it is, because I don't always know, and you don't always know. But we can recognize what isn't true, at the very least. And it isn't true that somebody died, stayed dead for at least a day, and then came back to life. That doesn't happen without medical technology or, I don't know, some mutation that we've never seen before. Magic isn't real. As compelling as the story may be, as memorable as that is, it's still just a story. So why don't we just treat it like a story and not treat it like it's really real? Could still have an impact. I feared and cried during Endgame Avengers. I cheered at the moments you're supposed to cheer at. I cried at the moments you're supposed to cry. I loved that. It's a great movie. I've seen it more than once. But it's just a movie. It's not real. You can get a lot of ideas, ethics, and morals and values from that. A true sacrifice happens at the end, not to spoil it, but a real sacrifice that they might undo, and if they do, they're stupid. But, well, it's the multiverse. It doesn't count. No, don't do it. Leave him dead, okay? Leave him dead, Marvel. Anyways. They're not going to. They're going to fuck that up. Anyways, all right. The point is, stories are great, but they're just stories. You matter. I matter. We matter to each other. We need to remind each other of that, help each other to stand, and love each other. Let's celebrate our resurrection. Resurrection of the realization that this God idea is just an idea. And we don't know how universe came to be quite yet, or how RNA came to be, not precisely, but we have some ideas that people that are way smarter than I am, and probably you are, they're exploring those ideas, and you can take part in that if you learn enough stuff. You can take part in that if you're interested and you have the drive and the time and energy to set, and maybe money, but whatever. You can take part in that. We can forward the progress of scientific knowledge and education and understanding, and that is understanding reality. That's what we must do together somehow. What can I do? Well, me personally, I just know informal logic, and I go, hey, learn that, everybody. Have you learned it yet? I looked at it. I'm like, hey, I'll help you to learn it if you want. Let me know. Because I want you to learn it. I want you to understand it intuitively, if possible. Hey, you got the thing wrong. That's formal logic. It doesn't count. We don't talk about the thing that I got wrong. Anyways. and each and every person that talks about this stuff that's online, everyone has their own approach to doing it. There's room for everyone. So join in if you can. If you have the time, energy, and ability to make content, make content. I'm going to be a keyboard warrior. Okay, you can do that. If that's what you can contribute, okay. But maybe write a blog. I don't know. Somebody might read it. Put it out there so that people can read your ideas and critique them. How's that for an Easter? Sounds pretty good to me. And we don't need to celebrate a zombie. I don't know. Just an idea. Jesus is dead. Long live logic and reason. That's what we should celebrate moving forward. But I'm sure I'll be back next year to complain about Jesus still being dead, and I'll see you then. But until then, I am absolutely sure that there will not be some sort of, I don't know, miraculous transformation that would happen to me that would make me become a theist again. That's not going to happen. No way. Between now and whatever is tomorrow, that's crazy talk. That's not going to happen. All right, something in my eyeball. See you next time. Be skeptical and such. And hi, everybody that's in chat. I saw people in chat. Now I have to respond to the people in chat because they're not going to post stuff in the comments probably. So if I don't do it now, you know. So let's see. We had Rasputis. It's me. I'm the risen Jesus. I need 1,800 of your money. Not for a new computer, but so I know that you love me. We'll do a GoFundMe. How's that? Hey, spoiler alert. I've been reading that book. Yeah. It's normal to put somebody who's been crucified in a tomb and then seal it with a big boulder. Yes, absolutely. Happens all the time. This guy laughs at something I said, I guess, or whatever. Christian vids. If it's made up, how come 3 billion people believe this? Good question. Because they were told it was true. That's why. Basically. And it didn't start out with 3 billion people. I'm not sure if that's the exact number, but it's probably up there. Last poll I knew of was from Pew Research, and they figured it was probably about 33% of the world believed in a version of Christianity. They combined Protestant and Catholics together for that number, which means the rest of the world doesn't believe in that religion. So, let's see. The world. Let's see. Okay, so an estimate of the population of the world today is 7.951 billion as of 2002. So yeah, it's probably more than that. So amount of Christians in the world. Let's see. So that's according. So let's get these numbers in there. Billion versus 23 billion. Okay, according to the Google numbers, which could very well be wrong, about 7 billion people, and out of those 7 billion people, 2 billion people believe, and I don't know what the hell the percentage would be, but 765. So that means 5 billion people don't believe in Jesus, in God, in your version of God. So if we're going to say, well, how do all these people believe in something that is made up? How is it that 5 billion people believe something else? It's a good question to think about, isn't it? How is it that 5 billion people don't believe what you guys believe? That beats out 2 billion by, a lot. Well, there's other religions. Yeah. Other people believe in other stuff. Now, the Judeo-Christian religion is huge because you've got the Jews, you've got the Christians, and you've got the Muslims, and they all come from the Jewish thing. So we could lump all that together, and we could add all that together and say basically they believe in the same God. And that might up your score to, I don't know, we could use some more math, I guess. Amount of Muslims in the world, about 1.8 billion. Let's see, what about Jews? 15 million. Oh, they win. They beat out. So let's see, that'd be 15 plus, so you'd have to have like 15 plus, 2 point, let's just say 15, 16, 17, 15, 16, 17, 18. So you've got 18 billion people that all believe in your God versus, that'd be, I don't know. I'm not doing math right. Whatever. It's some number I can't figure out because I suck at math. I should have used ChatGPT, but I didn't. But anyways, you don't have, but okay. So maybe you've got the numbers. That doesn't make it true, by the way. How many people believe in what doesn't matter, ultimately. Everybody in the world could believe something and be wrong. But we believe it, or the people that do believe it because their parents believed it, and their parents before them, and so on and so forth. Or they were, for whatever reason that they believe it, they were told it was true. And they didn't ever sit there and go, bullshit, and ask questions. Or if they asked questions, they agreed with the answers and they didn't look deeper. They were satisfied with the answers. They didn't keep looking. Because we are confirmation bias machines. We're very, very good at believing what we think is true, even when we're wrong. Somebody might have been wrong a lot. Shut up! We don't talk about when I was wrong, damn it! That's an inside reference that only people that watch me will understand. Person that I'm answering this question of. So, it started out with, I don't know how many people believe Christianity to start with. But that grew, and then eventually the state decided that it would be the state's religion for various reasons. And then it grew exponentially because by law you had to be Christian. So you said you were Christian even if you weren't. And then over time, that just becomes true. And so whether it's through conquest or some other method, lots and lots of people became Christian. And you have all these people saying that something is true, then people are herd animals and we tend to believe what the group says. So we go along with it. More so if you're going to get killed for thinking differently or saying differently. And that was the status quo for a long time. So after a while, a lot of people believe in it. But it's still all made up. Why do they keep believing it? Because it's comforting to believe. It gives you a way to look at the world that is simple, easy to understand, doesn't require much to analyze or think about. You don't have to worry about how did the universe come to be. You don't have to worry about it. God did it. How did life begin? God did it. Okay, that's a lot off my plate. Whew. I don't have to learn evolution. I don't have to learn about cosmology. I don't have to learn about physics. I don't need to learn I could, but I don't have to because now I have an answer. So it's a lot easier to be a believer. In fact, you don't even really need to know much about the Bible to be a believer. You only need to know this one thing. Well, depending on who you ask, how are you saved as a Christian? Now, you'll have an answer to that. You, Christian Vids, will have a answer to that question. But I'm assuming you have subscribers. Have you ever done a blind poll where you said, send email to me, don't post it in the comments, turn off comments if you need to, but email to me what you think it takes to be saved as a Christian. And then you take all those emails and you compare them with what matches and what doesn't match. And then you show that as a data set on a video. And it's going to tell you something very, very interesting. Different people have different ideas of what saves you. Some will say that just believing in Jesus is enough. Others will say that's not enough. Some will say you must be baptized for it to count. Some will say it has to be baptized in a certain way to count. Some will say that you have to speak with the tongues for it to count. There's a whole debate within Christianity. Full grace or works and grace. You guys don't know. And then the Protestants versus the Catholics is a whole thing too. Because the Catholics think that they've got it right, and that the poor Protestants are missing stuff because they didn't include all the books that the Catholics have. When you guys figure that out and come together and say this is how to do it, and you all agree, then let me know when that happens. But you guys haven't figured that out yet. Why? Because it's a belief system. It's not like science. When you get 100 different people across the globe, which is the world is an obloid spheroid, just in case you might be a flat earther. You have 100 different people across the globe. They all study the same thing in science. They come to the same conclusion. And they all send their papers out. They all get reviewed. And they come back. It's like, yeah, we all came to the same idea because it was real. But when you try to do that with religion, it's subjective because everyone views it in their own way. This verse means this, and this means that, and this means that. The snake holders in Christianity, the people that dance with snakes, you won't get bitten. They get bitten all the time. You won't get poisoned. They get poisoned all the time. But if you do get bitten or poisoned, that means you didn't believe enough. So they just ignore it. And eventually, they're not poisoned anymore because when they got bit so many times that they built up an antibody for it. But they still get bitten, even though the Bible says they won't get bitten. And they insist, even though they have been bitten, that they didn't get bitten, or, well, yeah, you got bitten, but your faith wavered, and that's why you got bitten. And then they learn how to dance in a way where the snakes won't bite them anymore. And then fireworks goes off for unknown and unexplainable reasons. Hopefully that answered your question. Anyways, so there you go. Jesus is dead. He remains dead. But Jesus is my savior. No, you are your savior. You're the only one that needs to overcome the things that you overcame in life. But you know what? There's other humans that will help you if you ask. Maybe. Hopefully. All right. Take care. What is it? Whatever that means. I don't understand what that means. More fireworks. What the bleep's going on out there? All right. Until next time. I don't know. Moo. You're a sheep. Sheep don't moo. What sound do sheep make?